A strange virus, love, fear, and courage in the quiet town of Salem, where the rhythm of life usually hums along with the predictable drama of love and loss. A new and chilling threat has emerged. Tate Black, a young man known for his charm and kind heart, has fallen ill with a mysterious virus, one that doctors fear could spread like wildfire through the close-knit community. As the people of Salem grapple with this alarming news, the stakes are particularly high for Sophia Choi, Tate's friend and confidant, who carries an unborn child in her womb. With the specter of a deadly epidemic looming, the residents of Salem must band together, stay vigilant, and confront their deepest fears to protect their town and each other. A birthday celebration turned ominous. The story begins with a tender, heartfelt gesture. Sophia Choi, a radiant young woman in the late stages of pregnancy, has been confined to bed rest. Her doctor's orders are clear: no exertion, no stress, and certainly no dancing the night away at the prom, which, to Sophia's dismay, falls on her birthday. The disappointment stings. For Sophia, the prom was more than a dance. It was a milestone, a moment to feel young and carefree before the responsibilities of motherhood take center stage. But fate, it seems, has other plans. Tate Black, ever the thoughtful friend, refuses to let Sophia's birthday pass without celebration. Determined to lift her spirits, he organizes a private party for two in the cozy confines of her home. The scene is picture-perfect. Fairy lights twinkle against the walls, a lovingly prepared dinner sits on the table, and a chocolate birthday cake, adorned with candles, waits to be cut. Sophia's eyes light up as she takes it all in, her heart warmed by Tate's effort to make her feel special despite her circumstances. But the joy of the evening is short-lived. As they share the meal, Tate's face grows pale. A wave of nausea washes over him, and he clutches the edge of the table, his knuckles whitening. Sophia, concerned, watches as he tries to brush it off with a weak smile. Moments later, dizziness forces him to sit, his breathing shallow and uneven. Alarmed, Sophia presses her hand to his forehead and gasps, "He's burning up." A thermometer confirms her fears. Tate's temperature is dangerously high, hovering at 103 degrees. "I'm so sorry, Sophia," Tate mumbles, his voice thick with guilt. "I didn't mean to ruin your birthday." Sophia shakes her head, her worry outweighing any disappointment. "Don't apologize, Tate. We need to figure out what's wrong with you." A mysterious illness takes hold. At first, Tate's symptoms seem like they could be a passing bug, perhaps a flu or a stomach virus. But as the night wears on, it becomes clear that this is no ordinary illness. His fever refuses to break, even after Sophia drapes cool cloths across his forehead and urges him to sip water. By morning, Tate is too weak to stand, his body racked with chills and an unsettling rash that creeps across his arms and chest. Sophia, torn between caring for him and protecting her unborn child, calls for help. Marlena Evans, a respected psychiatrist and longtime Salem resident, arrives to check on Tate. Her expression grows grim as she examines him. "This isn't just a fever," she says, her voice steady but laced with concern. "We need to get him to the hospital now." At Salem University Hospital, doctors are baffled. Tate's symptoms don't align with any known illness. His blood tests reveal an alarming anomaly. A viral load unlike anything the medical team has seen before. Dr. Sarah Horton, one of Salem's finest physicians, delivers the chilling news. Tate has contracted a previously unknown virus, one that appears to be highly contagious. Worse, its origins are a mystery, and there's no known treatment or vaccine. The hospital immediately places Tate in isolation, and the staff begins contact tracing to determine who else might be at risk. The news spreads like wildfire through Salem. Tate, a beloved figure in the community, is now the epicenter of a potential public health crisis. The virus, dubbed the Salem strain by local media, could devastate the town if it spreads unchecked. Schools close, businesses shutter, and residents are urged to wear masks and avoid gatherings. The once vibrant streets of Salem grow eerily quiet, save for the hum of worry that binds the community together. Sophia's heart in the balance. For Sophia, the situation is a nightmare unfolding in slow motion. Not only is she worried about Tate, but she's also terrified for her unborn child. As a pregnant woman, she's particularly vulnerable to infections, and the thought of the virus harming her baby is unbearable. Yet, her heart aches for Tate, who lies alone in a sterile hospital room, fighting for his life. Sophia's pregnancy has already been a journey of highs and lows, marked by moments of joy and uncertainty. Now, with Tate's life hanging in the balance, she faces an impossible choice. Stay by his side and risk exposure, or protect herself and her child by keeping her distance. Sophia's feelings for Tate run deep. Though their relationship has been platonic, there's an undeniable bond between them, forged through shared laughter, late-night conversations, and the quiet understanding that comes with true friendship. Marlena, who has counseled both Tate and Sophia in the past, once warned Tate about the dangers of leading Sophia on, knowing that her feelings might be more than friendly. Now, as Sophia sits by her window, staring at the hospital in the distance, she can't help but wonder what might have been. When she blew out her birthday candles, her wish was simple: a future where she, Tate, and her child could be happy together. But that future now feels like a fragile dream, threatened by an invisible enemy. A town on edge as days turn into weeks, the people of Salem rally to protect their community. Mayor Abe Carver holds daily briefings urging residents to remain calm but vigilant. Volunteers distribute masks and hand sanitizer while local businesses donate food to families in quarantine. The hospital, stretched to its limits, becomes a beacon of hope and fear, its staff working tirelessly to care for Tate and monitor others for signs of the virus. Holly Jonas, Tate's former girlfriend, is devastated by the news of his illness. Though their romance ended months ago, Holly never stopped caring for him. The thought of losing Tate reawakens her love, and she finds herself haunted by memories of their time together. She visits the hospital, standing outside his window with tears in her eyes, whispering promises to be there for him if he pulls through. Her new relationship with Doug Williams III fades into the background as her heart pulls her back to Tate. Meanwhile, the virus begins to claim new victims. A nurse who treated Tate develops a fever, followed by a delivery driver who visited the hospital. Each case sends ripples of panic through Salem, and the town's residents begin to eye one another with suspicion. Who else might be carrying the virus? Could it be lurking in the grocery store, the post office, or even their own homes? The fear is palpable, but so is the resilience of a community determined to survive. A glimmer of hope amid the darkness, there are moments of light. Scientists at a nearby research facility, working in collaboration with Salem's hospital, make a breakthrough. They identify a potential treatment for the virus derived from a rare plant found in the Pacific Northwest. The treatment is experimental, but early tests on Tate show promise. His fever begins to subside and the rash fades, giving his doctors cautious optimism. However, the supply of the plant is limited, and producing enough of the treatment to protect the entire town will take time that Salem may not have. Sophia, now cleared by her doctor to visit Tate from a safe distance, stands outside his hospital room, pressing her hand against the glass. Tate, weak but awake, manages a smile. "You didn't give up on me," he says, his voice muffled by the barrier between them. "Never," Sophia replies, her eyes brimming with tears. "We're in this together, you, me, and the baby." As the town holds its breath, the people of Salem cling to hope. They organize virtual prayer vigils, share stories of courage, and remind one another of the strength that has carried them through past crises. Tate's recovery, though far from certain, becomes a symbol of what's possible when a community unites against a common threat. A call to vigilance. The story of Tate's illness and Salem's fight against the virus is far from over. Doctors warn that the Salem strain could mutate, becoming even more dangerous. Residents are urged to remain on guard, washing their hands, wearing masks, and reporting any symptoms immediately. For Sophia, the journey is twofold. She must protect her unborn child while supporting the friend she loves. For Tate, it's a battle to reclaim his health and his future. And for the people of Salem, it's a test of their courage, compassion, and determination to protect their home. In the days ahead, Salem will face challenges that test the very fabric of its community. But if there's one thing the residents of this town know, it's how to face adversity with heart and grit. As they stand together, watching the horizon for signs of hope, they carry a shared resolve to overcome the virus, to safeguard their loved ones, and to ensure that Salem remains a place where dreams, like those of Sophia and Tate, can still come true.